Go live. I like the on-hold telephone music they have for the 30-second countdown. What is up, people? Welcome to Game and Talk episode 50. That's kind of a milestone. I'm surprised we lasted this long. I'm RGT85, joined as always by Josie.
Hello.
Josie Woah, Celia B.
Hi.
Yep. Nate has family issues going on. He was actually going to come back this week, but he had a personal issue to tend to. So maybe next time. Yeah, so this is a show where we talk about crap and, have a good time. Thank you to all our channel members. Thank you to all our Patreon backers. We will have an after show after this where you can ask us random questions and queries. That'll be taking place directly after this. Will be available on the post page, and you can click that and get access to that. And if you're on the Patreon, you get access to other crap. I don't know. I think most of the other shows have been canceled, but maybe they'll come back at some point in time. I hate the title of this video because, Donkey Kong looks really good. Is it Nintendo's Game of the Year contender? I don't know. I hope something else that's coming out this year kind of wows maybe a little bit more than that. But the game has been getting some really good previews. Previews went up. There were preview events happening for this game, and people like it.
Yeah, everything seems pretty positive from what I've seen so far. The game looks great, though. I mean, even just seeing the direct a while ago, that looked awesome. So I think it'll just be a surefire Nintendo hit. I don't know GOTY wise, but I guess like Astro Bot won last year. So if there's nothing else, perhaps I just can't really see this being the game that goes all the way.
Well, I guess it's for like, is it Nintendo's best game of the year? And I have high hopes for Metroid to sort of be my personal one. But I mean, obviously, Donkey Kong kind of has the appeal that the more mass appeal than something like a Metroid would. Celia?
It might end up being it. I don't know. We don't have anything announced as of yet for first party besides Donkey Kong, besides Metroid also, technically.
Kirby Air Ride.
Is that coming out this year?
It's supposed to, yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to.
Oh, okay. Well, when looking at those options, it'll probably be Mario Kart.
Drag X Drive? Come on.
True.
I don't know. You're right. Yeah, there's a lot of options. You're right. I'm personally excited about Bonanza because I really like saying the word Bonanza. But also, I like Donkey Kong games. 64, and I have a love-hate relationship, and this looks like if they did 64 right, like this is the game that it could have been, like led into its potential. Not to hate on 64 because I know I get shit for that.
Hate on
it. That game sucks, dude.
No, okay. There was a lot of promise to it. Like the adventure was
and
expansive.
It failed.
The world was colorful. The challenges had the right idea. It was just the execution and some of the mini game things challenge.
Imagine someone comes up to you though, Celia, and they're like, "Have this really, really exciting, really fun game. It promises all this great stuff," and then you get Donkey Kong 64.
I mean, all the pieces to the puzzle were there. It's just putting it together. Instead of fitting it together, they just kind of like pasted whatever landed on whatever. So I'm looking forward to this when I do get a Switch 2. I'll definitely play it. It feels like something that I'd want 100%. So I'm really looking forward to that.
What are you planning on getting one?
What'd you say?
So what are you planning on getting one?
I don't know, Sean. When am I getting one? I'll find out. Probably in the near future. Maybe I'll win one. We'll see. Whoa. Kit and Krista have a contest. I'm like, how do I nepotism this?
You probably could. I'm sure there's a way to get in there.
Probably. If there's a will, there's a way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm excited for Bonanza. This is my most hyped game of 2025. I'm a big DK girl.
So is this potentially your game of the year?
This will be my personal game of the year contender for sure.
Oh, crazy!
I know. I played all of the Donkey Kong games, the Donkey Kong Country games, like back to back to back, and had a great time with it. It was really fun to go through the whole franchise. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze is like my favorite game of all time. So to see it finally in 3D is super cool. Plus, I think like how much of Odyssey is infused in here.
Yeah.
And like that's also a game I love. I think they're doing it correctly. I just need to I just need to play it, you know.
Yeah, that's awesome. Wow, Tropical Freeze is one of your favorite games ever. That's so cool.
So good.
That's cool. I played that at SeaWorld because there were okay, so time out. This was for the Wii U, the original release of it. Nintendo did activations in random areas to promote it, and one of them was SeaWorld. And that was right after the movie Blackfish came out. So no one was at SeaWorld except me because I didn't know about the movie yet. And they were handing out water and I was very thirsty. So I stopped by to drink water and play. Anyways, it was a really good time. Good stuff. Good things.
Sweet.
SeaWorld. It's a long sleeve Carhartt shirt. What the fuck are you talking about? This isn't a church shirt. It's a standard t-shirt with long sleeves.
What's a church shirt? Wait.
Somebody asked if I just came back from church. It's cold in the basement because I keep the air on, and it's just colder.
It's so hot in California right now. I'm dying.
It was like 75 here. I didn't even go swimming today.
I have air conditioning. Otherwise, I too would be dying.
Let's see. What's the weather looking like tomorrow? Oh, it'll be warmer tomorrow. I could go for a dip. So yeah. There's Donkey Kong. Final. Will this be the last time? No, we'll talk.
No.
Yeah, because
it's like 2 weeks.
This comes out the 17th, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're live on the 16th. Awesome.
Woo.
So yeah, this might be the last time we talk about it, but it might not be.
I'll have some impressions.
Have the other Donkey Kong characters been confirmed for Bonanza yet? I've missed a lot of their announcements because I've kind of wanted just to go into the game fresh with fresh eyes. But I'm curious.
2 years when you play it.
Okay, you know, Sean, better late than never. Okay, thank you very much. Anyways, is there Donkey Kong?
Dixie and Diddy were in the trailer.
Yeah, they like alluded to them. Diddy, you know, he's also, you know, looks like he might have a second lease of life.
No. We need to publicly execute him.
Okay, is Lanky Kong in Bonanza?
That'd be crazy. I don't know. I don't think we've seen him.
I love Lanky.
I think Cranky Kong is in there, right?
Cranky, yeah. But Lanky is like
Lanky, I don't know. They have some like random Kongs though. I wouldn't be surprised if he like showed up.
That'd be so cool.
Candy Kong.
Okay.
Have they shown Candy Kong in Bonanza?
No,
but they might.
Okay.
I don't know if Nintendo has the capacity to do that kind of character design now.
Okay, no, okay, so my question, which might be a weird question to ask now that I think about it, but you know how like they would make her like very feminine and
busty
shape, stacked. Do you think they're gonna do that again?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think so, but people would be upset if they didn't.
I feel like they would riot in the streets.
Yeah, it'd be a problem.
But it's just celebrating monkey beauty, you know?
Yeah, beauty.
I think as a society, like, you know, we should be okay with that.
Yeah, that we should be able to at least have that conversation.
Yeah. I mean, look at what we got here. I mean, hey, you know, Not gonna say I wouldn't, pal. Josh Storch with a $5 donate. Why can't I click? Stop fucking clicking it.
I was trying to bring it back up.
God damn.
All right.
Josh Storch with a $5 donation. Just wanted to say what's up. Enjoy everything y'all do, and I'm grateful today because my sister was able to survive the Microsoft layoffs. Thank God. Well, that's glad. I'm glad for your sister, Josh, because that was a situation, and I don't think I'm done talking about that quite yet. So. A lot of people were surprised that I said cocksucker in my video. I don't know. I feel like I've said that before. Like, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe I haven't.
It's like an RGT phrase.
Right? Like, maybe I haven't, but...
I personally wouldn't think twice.
Yeah, like, it seems fine to me. Before we move into the next topic... Vampire Slayer with a big 1999. Sup, everyone? Hope all is well. We all know Donkey Kong will be Nintendo's Game of the Year. There's not much else we have, and we don't have a date for Metroid yet anyways. Donkey Kong 64 is terrible. Not Superman 64 terrible, but two T's, it's still terrible. I agree, dude. And the thing is, I first played Donkey Kong 64 when I was like 19 or 20, so I didn't have any nostalgia for it. And I was like, this stinks. Like, and I've tried to play it again throughout the years, and every time I'm just like, this is not good. Like, I'll go play Super Mario 64. Like, it's so much better of a platformer, and it runs better. That game runs like straight ass. Like, it's literal ass. Like, how can you platform when it's running like ass? Valid question that people need to really think about. We did have our new GameCube game just drop with the fuck's the name of it?
Mario Strikers.
Is it just called Super Mario Strikers?
I think so.
Yeah, it is. Super Mario Strikers just dropped. MVG's already complaining about it. He's like, this happened in the original. This happened in the original.
Oh, MVG.
Bro. Just fire it up on Dolphin. I played a couple rounds. It looks nice with widescreen. Waluigi's crotch chop celebration is still in. I'm surprised Nintendo didn't try to take that out. It's arguably one of the best parts of the game. And yeah, you know, it's good that that the game is out because people like games, and I mean, why wouldn't you like this?
Oh, it's good to see more GameCube stuff for sure.
Hold on, I have a better. I'm going to remove yours because I have a better one.
Wow.
Look at that. Vicious. That's like aggressive too.
Wait, that's real?
Yeah.
No, like that's in game.
Yes. This is I recorded. This is my tweet. I recorded it.
Wait,
on the
no
game.
Fucking way.
Yeah.
Is there a motion after that makes it less that?
No, he just keeps going. It's a 3 chop.
Okay.
I don't believe you, even though that does look like it's in game.
It's literally the game. Have you never played?
Yeah, no, I haven't, and I didn't really play sports games as a kid or as an adult.
See, you can see.
Oh yeah, no, I clearly see that's real, but I still choose to not believe you. I think you should play this 3 or 4 more times.
Yeah, I think we should go. Yeah.
Actually, the entire podcast until the after show should be us just watching this in silence.
I mean, it's a beautiful clip. It's very elegant, very
well animated.
Very well animated.
So, what was MVG upset that was cut from it? Does he do worse dances?
Not cut. He's like, oh, did it slow down when you used items before? I'm like, I think it did. And he was like, I don't know. I'm like, bro, just fucking fire it up on Dolphin with default settings and find out. Like, don't enhance it, and you could figure it out. I don't know. It seems like it was playing how I remembered it. Granted, it's been a very long time. I mean, we used to play this when I worked at GameStop. This was when, you know, it's it's an old game. So, but no, it's a super fun game. It's way better than the crappy one that came out on the Switch. Like, fuck that game to the pit of hell. Like, this is a lot better in my opinion. Chris VW with a super sticker, $1.99. Appreciate you, Chris.
Thank you.
And GBR 47 with a $1.99. When will we have the next Celia game stream? Interesting.
That's a good question. I'm kind of figuring out when it'll be, because normally I do it on Fridays. I guess now normally, but that's July 4th, and so I'll be a little busy. So I guess my options are either tomorrow or Sunday. But I feel like Sunday would be better because, like, Sean, you're streaming tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, tomorrow late night, but then I might stream a little bit earlier. I don't know, because my birthday is Friday, so I'll probably do something for that. I guess I don't know. I got to go to my grandma's for lunch. I'm just thinking out loud here. But yeah. I mean, you can. I mean, we don't go live till 8 o'clock your time, anyways.
Yeah, so if I start it earlier, then I can be like,
I mean,
you can
always just stream, and then whenever you're done, if we're live, just say, hey, go watch, or don't. Like, it doesn't matter. That's fine.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see if I'm tired.
What are you gonna stream?
That's a good question. I was thinking Pokemon.
Oh, huge.
Yeah, because I have like I can play Game Boy games on, blah blah. So I was like, that could be fun. Blah. I don't know. Original hardware.
Retron 5? Is that what you're
Yeah, definitely. That old Hyperkin Retron 5 that I totally have. That didn't break, not once.
Sweet.
Or twice.
I'll be. Mine never had any real issues. I don't think I still have it. I think I sold it with my call. I think it was in one of those.
I wonder if they'll give me. So there was like this thing that was being made before I left, and it released post my exodus from the company, but it was a Game Boy like player. So it was a Retron.
The one for the iPhone, right?
No. That's the Smart Boy.
The cube, the little cube thing.
Yeah, the Retron Square.
Yeah. I think there was issues.
I wonder
if
they'll send me one. Oh, people have issues with it?
I'm pretty sure there was issues with it.
Oh shit.
Vampire Slayer with another 1999er. I have 2 words for you. Finish it, Sean. Well, I mean, it's technically Waluigi's words. Should be suck it. Who knew Waluigi was a DX fan? Somebody in Nintendo Japan had to be a DX fan, because like, how else? And like, how did nobody notice that? They're just like, okay. It's like, oh yeah, he's fanning his chest. He's also, I'm typing
era seems like a different time.
I'm also on my tablet, which is why I typed out butt with 2 T. No, I mean, the butt works. Like the butt man, Joshua Butts. Well, those are all the topics we have. I mean, what do you want? Game key cards. Waka waka waka. Exciting Switch 2 news is hit.
We can make up a bunch of rumors.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
We should do them like about the Spawncast, though.
Yeah.
Oh. Create drama.
Okay.
John,
ooh, yeah.
I could tell a story about how John tried to stay in my room.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we should talk
about too many games.
Yeah, that'd be rad.
Yeah, so John, of course, is an idiot. And when I checked in at the hotel, they were like, I was trying to check in early on Friday. I'm like, all right. And so I'm trying to check in. And they're like, did you have a single or a double room? I was like, single. They're like, oh, we have you down for a double. I'm like, okay, whatever. And so they had like a nice big room for me, 2 queen size beds, and Mystic Ryan gets there and John is there. And I'm like, where are you staying? And he's like, oh, I'm staying. John's got me covered. So it ended up being John, Evan, and Ryan in a room together with obviously just 2 beds. And so Ryan was like, well, can I stay with you? And I was like, no. He was like, why? I was like, you need to learn a lesson. You do not trust John with anything, because that is foolish. And that is what you need to not do. And so Saturday night, John is like, we're filming something for Josie's channel in my room, and John's like, well, I might get drunk tonight. If I get drunk, I'm staying in here. I'm like, what do you had 2 beers? It's like,
John, do you think it was because, okay, so when they had, 3 to a room, Ryan told me that someone would get the floor like one of the nights, like they did a rotation. Was it John's turn to get the floor? So that
he got the floor both nights.
Oh.
Yeah, he did, because that's what Ryan told me, because I was like, how was the sleep? And he was like, I made John sleep on the floor because he didn't give me a room. So every night John was on the floor of too many games.
So that's why he wanted to stay. And so what I did was I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, we could do that. And I just stayed up as long as I could, and I started giving him waters and stuff. So he had no fucking excuse. And it was like, what time we all go to bed? Like 2 something. And I was like, well, you've been drinking water. You're probably good to drive, and you could go to the hotel, or Ryan can take you. You're not staying in my room, fucker, because I brokered my room, okay? I handled my own accommodations after last time where John dropped the ball. And that makes me very happy that he slept on the floor both nights. That makes me very happy. That makes the trip much more enjoyable for me, which was an enjoyable trip to begin with.
You're so petty.
Does John sleepwalk in his briefs? No, I try to go to bed early Saturday night because these motherfuckers, it's like 6:30, and I'm like, man, I'm hungry. It's time for dinner. And John's like, oh, we gotta wait. We're all gonna go out to eat. Meanwhile, I didn't go out to eat with everyone on Friday night because they wanted to go to B-Dubs, and I'm like, I'm not fucking waiting around paying for overpriced wings. I'm gonna get me a pizza delivered to my room, and I'm going to enjoy that pizza. And then Celia enjoyed some of that pizza with me. So it's like 6:30.
Did I have pizza?
Yeah, you had a slice, I think.
No, I did not have a slice of your pizza.
I offered you a slice.
Get fact check.
And I said, no, thank you.
What did you eat on Friday, Celia?
I don't remember. I ate something.
But so then they're like trying to figure out dinner.
A wrap. I had a wrap.
They're doing all this bullshit. Like, oh, we gotta wait for this person. We gotta wait for this person. Oh, there's gonna be like 25 of us. I'm like, word. And so I'm just like, fuck this. I'm ordering Arby's. And
voluntarily.
I
on his
ordered
own.
A beef
like
and cheddar.
He chose that.
I haven't had Arby's in like 6 years. I had a beef and cheddar with I believe I had a diet Sierra Mist and a curly fry, and it was delicious. And I'm eating it in my room while everyone's in there still trying to plan for dinner. And I'm like, enjoy, fuckers.
Okay. Sean, like, okay. So also, I do agree. I hate going in large groups to dinner because some people lag. Some people are hungrier than usual. I was like starving. So I was like ready to get mean real quick.
Yeah.
And yeah, we split off. We got dim sum. John had never had dim sum before. So I found out that John is very,
he's just likes burgers.
He's white.
He doesn't eat anything else.
American, very, very white bread kind of diet. With lots of protein, blah, 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 blah.
He's like a gym bro. He just meal preps and that's it. That's all he eats.
Yeah. And that's it. So he hasn't like tried food. So now every too many games, we have to like get him to try a new thing. And Sean, it's cool that you ordered Arby's. I'm glad you were happy about it because
frankly, if we took you to dim sum, it would have been a problem.
Yeah,
it would have because John hated it.
No,
I know.
It was fine, but he still ate it. Okay. But you would have had like a fit because I know when I send you food that I'm cooking, you send barf emojis because you don't like anything with spices or flavor. So it's just kind of one of those things where it's like, okay, Sean would have just starved and then ultimately ordered Arby's to the restaurant.
Oh God.
So it was real cool.
This dim sum place had milkshakes, which was the craziest thing I've ever seen. And so I got a cookies and cream milkshake there, and it was so good. It was so weird.
It was like, I was hoping it was a more traditional place.
No.
Like, that's what I was imagining. And I was like, oh, duh. Like, this isn't LA, of course.
Yeah, we were in Pennsylvania, so.
Yeah, I figured that out very quickly. But it still was really fun.
The other thing about dinner, though, is that, like, I think we could have gotten it figured out fairly quickly, like, afterwards. But no offense to John, it just takes forever for him to communicate with the people, then to communicate with the restaurant, and like
it was
a whole shit show. So we ended up just all going solo. And RGT had a good plan, to be honest, because most nights I would have rather done that, honestly, because it just saves us a whole hour of trying to figure shit out, which is a little brutal.
Yeah.
Barang, member for 5 months. TMG looked like a fun time. Been playing Rune Factory on Switch 2 and Mario Kart World. Work gave me a bonus for my MBA. So Donkey Kong basically free for me to get day one. Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Brother. Yeah, it was pretty fun. It was pretty fun. It was a good time. I might have had a few too many on Friday night, but I mean that's the new tradition, you know.
Your stream was, I think, rowdier than last year.
I was drunker than last year.
Yeah, you were, and it was just you. Last year, at least we were at a table, and like you were like passing the phone around.
Yeah, it was just me, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I drank a lot in a short. I mean, literally. Like I burned the inside of my cheek.
We got back from dinner and you were blasted.
Yeah, because we didn't go to dinner. We just started Celia and I just started drinking.
Okay, so to be fair, they poured really heavy. Like
that place always does.
I did not know that. Okay, so I got my usual little drink, you know, and I drank the first one, and then I was like, "Uh-oh, I'm in danger." Like, like just it was a lot.
I go to really vodka Red Bull, and I think they literally just put the Red Bull in there for color. Like it was literally just vodka.
No, it literally was like they did a splash for color, and it was just all liquor. And I don't drink that often, so I was like, holy fucking shit. It was a fun time.
It was delicious. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but Sean, how did you get like 20 of them? Like
Sprite and vodka.
How many did you get? Like 4?
No, I had like 7.
I would have been on the floor with that pour. That's crazy.
Because after a bit,
oh my god!
Like literally after a bit, Sean was like, "Celia, like get me a drink. Like you can get yourself one too." And I'm like, "Sean, I'm cutting myself off after 2. Like I'll die." And you're like, "Well, you can just keep it. You'll get a drink later." I'm like, "We will all die. Like if we drink more."
I was fine. It was just when I woke up in the morning, like the inside of my cheek really hurt, and I was like, "Fuck, I must have bit it or something while I was asleep." And so we did our panel, and I was drinking water all day, and we had like 40 minutes between the panel and the signing. So we ran over and grabbed some chicken tenders, which were delicious from the convention. And I got the tenders and a Sprite. I eat the tenders. We go to the green room. I'm drinking water in the green room. We go to the signing table and we're getting set up. And so I open up the Sprite and start drinking it. And immediately my cheek starts hurting again. And I'm like, is this from like the Sprite and vodkas like did something to the inside of my cheek? Because I couldn't finish the Sprite. Like it legitimately hurt a lot. So it was
you chemical burned yourself with the Sprite and vodka, which is
they were good, man. They were good.
Which is wild.
Yeah. Which is so crazy because they were not good because it was mostly vodka in those things.
That's
was
what I like.
Pour as my vodka. Like literally I had to go back. I was like, can you please put a little bit more Red Bull in here? And it was a splash. And they were like, there you go. And I was like, all right, can't go back a 4th time.
I want it heavy. Like I'm not paying for the Sprite. I'm paying for the vodka. And I don't know what type it is, but whatever. I like
that part of it. I do appreciate because you do only have to get like 1 or 2 and then you're good.
Or 7.
Yeah, I coasted on a White Claw after the first one. And I was like, any more. And then I go to sleep.
That's funny.
And plus my room was on the 1st floor. So it was easy access to my room at night. And it was a good time. And no hangovers. I woke up at 8:30. I hit the pool and I was chilling. I was good. Liquor doesn't give me a hangover.
All of us at 8 in the morning.
Well,
how are you guys not awake?
What?
He was like, he calls us super early. And he's like, how are you guys not awake? I was like, what do you mean? Did we not all go to bed at 3 a.m.?
Yeah, beer will give me a hangover, but liquor won't. Like, I don't know. It's always kind of been like that too. Because I used to drink a lot of beer and I'd always feel like shit the next day. But and you have to remember, I was on 2 hours of sleep. I did not nap. I went to bed. I fell asleep at like 3, or no, I fell asleep at like 2-ish, and my alarm was for 4:15. So we did that. We did the convention. We did the indie show Friday night.
Oh yeah.
And then we hit the
we
bar,
did that.
and I was up till 2-3 in the morning, and I'm up at 8:30.
That was
How
so
was the
fun.
indie show for you, Celia?
It was great. So initially, okay, so
wait, we should tell them what it is in case they don't know.
Oh yeah, so Too Many Games had 2 indie-focused events on Friday evening. They had the Indie Showcase, which showcased a bunch of different games that were available to play on the show floor, and then some that were entered. And they also had the Indie Awards, which was also really cool. And the official, for legal reasons, the official title for the Too Many Games Indie Award show. There we go. It was really, really cool. And I really enjoyed participating with that. Justin and I hosted the showcase together, and then I was like the main host for the actual showcase. And then I brought presenters on, and like Sean was there, and Josie was there, and Wood was there, and a bunch of other people. And it was really, really cool. I really enjoyed that, and I hope that they had a really fun time as well, and they bring us back because I want to go back to Too Many Games.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the actual situation with it. Nobody knew what the fuck we were doing.
No, it's fair. Yeah.
This was very off. I'm talking about like 5 minutes till we're about to start the show. Nobody knew what was going on. And guess who was the first presenter? Me.
John.
So I'm like, well, I guess I got to set the tone here. Like, I don't know how this is going to work, but I think it turned out decent enough. We didn't even know if there was going to be like a crowd or anything. And it was just like, hey, they're like, I don't even know who these people in the crowd were. Cause like the crowd it was a lot of people in the seats, and it was like, okay, I don't know who these people were, but they were like cheering for stuff. So like it worked. Yeah. But yeah, it was a very fly by night. Someone actually has it uploaded on YouTube. I don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The lack of preparation there killed me. I felt like presenting I understand. I completely understand. I just, as a presenter person, I was already scared, and then having no idea what was happening, I was like, oh fuck.
I mean,
even better.
At least you had people go ahead of you, though.
Yeah, that's true. You were, yeah. At least you had a category though that you could like riff about. I
mean, I made that up like this when I was up there.
I don't know how to riff about a roguelike. I don't really.
You could have been like, has anyone played Rogue?
You know what what did John tell me? Sean, did he say that to you too?
Oh yeah.
So right after I went up to present, John was like, "Oh, you should have said this," and it was like absolutely fucking perfect. And then I was like, "How did you not say that to me like 20 minutes ago?"
Because John is a boob.
Oh, there's me.
This isn't the official one though, right? That was on their thing.
No,
this is just
no. This is somebody
recording
the crowd.
Yeah, we'll go to 720p, see if that fixes it. No, of course, StreamYard sucks ass, dude. Here's my dumb ass.
Ooh.
And then like one of my fucking games froze when they were showing it. Hogan shirt on. Yeah, John Riggs came out and he had like streamers or something.
I was sick.
I thought he was really gonna
cool. No, because he
Bud Dwyer and
he went up. No, he went.
There it is. Like a perfect shot.
Dude, when he was going on stage, he was like, "Get back!" And I was like, "What's going on, John?" And so I did. So you can see me be very confused, like slowly backing up. It was a good time. But then I was like, "Okay, streamers."
They're like sprung all over the lights and stuff too.
Man, would it have been funny if it caused a small fire?
That would have been lit.
The wild. No, it was really, really cool. Like the whole thing I said in the beginning of it was made up like an hour before, a couple hours before it.
You did a great job. I don't know how you did that. I would have been.
You just dissociate and then you yap, and that's the whole thing. And then you blink and then it's over. And you're like, where am I? So yeah, it was really, really cool. And like I said in there, like we're doing it live. And so it's not scripted and we're winging it. So and we literally were winging it. It wasn't like one of those it's not scripted kind of situations.
Yeah.
No, it was very just whatever.
Yeah. I think they keep going with that though. That was like a good element to that convention a lot.
I think it is too, especially since there's such an indie presence.
Mm-hmm.
Before the Friday morning when the show floor opened, like I showed up and I decided I was going to play all the indie games that were nominated and or available on the show floor to play.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a bunch of really, really good ones.
Yeah. Did Biped 2 win?
I want to say yes.
It won the best overall, I think.
Best overall, yeah.
Yeah.
That was like the only one of those I played, but I played a ton of it and I beat the first game like fully, and it's like a total co-op only game, but it was super duper fun. So that was kind of cool.
That's really cool. Remember Sean, remember when I was talking about Of the Dark? I think Of the Devil. I was talking about that in the showcase and I was like, oh, I'm going to buy that game. And you texted me liar while I was on stage. I did buy it. I have chapter 1 in my library. I started to play the prologue and it was really cool.
Oh yeah, because who was the only person to support your pre-show? Who?
Yeah, Sean did show up to my pre-show, but then he kept on texting me like, tell Justin to look over, and then Justin would look over and you were mouthing fuck you like at him. that was pretty awesome though. But yeah, you were doing that. And he like all our banter, Sean would text me his commentary. Well, not all of it, but some of it.
Yeah.
John, me and Evan were there for a little bit, and then we went back to the green room to meet up with RGT, and he went around the whole side, and so we completely missed them, and then he was there.
Yeah.
So, but we did see a little bit.
Did he trick you to be the best friend? Man, that's crazy.
Well, I was tired. I needed to sit.
Yeah, excuses. Just pretend to be a good friend, Sean. Just
yeah, that too.
Yeah, we should talk about your shades, RGT, because that's those make an appearance once a year.
I wear them.
You never take them off.
I wear them in my normal life. I don't like bright lights. Like bright lights mess with my eyes, and so it's kind of just become a tradition at this point. Because I first wore them last year, but even in previous years, I would always wear sunglasses like on the floor and stuff.
Like even in the like inside.
Yeah,
not so
because it's so bright in there, and plus like. I like wearing sunglasses inside because that way I can look around and nobody knows where I'm looking. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always, because I like to keep my head on
sneaky.
No, it's just more so I got to keep my head on a swivel, you know, just for whatever the case may be. So, yeah. But now it's just, you know, tradition at this point. Like I'm always going to wear them. Like it's kind of, I think people expect.
Right. They'd be really disappointed if they get a photo with you and you just have your normal.
I did take them off for the indie show though.
Oh.
Because I didn't. I thought it was a little more professional than my normal bullshit. So I took them off for the indie show. But then I put them right back on.
Did you guys get any pickups at the show?
Yeah. Had some dork side of shoveled Bebo for me.
Where is it? Where'd you put it?
It's in a temporary spot right now. It's on top of the N64 games. I need to put it in the second bookshelf, but I need to rearrange a cubby over there. I could grab the Game Boy. Hold on a sec.
I got like Swish 2 decals from this company Touch Project. They also have buttons for the Switch. I just gave them my information because they didn't have the buttons there, but you can replace the Switch 2 Joy-Con like button to have like the blue to match the underside of the stick and stuff. So that was kind of cool. I wanted to get more stuff, but frankly, like since I'm flying across the country, I just didn't really have space for it. But did you get anything?
I got the Pikachu pedometer thing.
Yes.
That was real cool. I also got actually let me get the stuff. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves.
So this is something I was actually looking for last year. And I remember some fucking vendor was like, it doesn't exist. I'm like, dude, I had it as a kid. What the fuck are you on about? Yes, John did steal charges for his Tesla, but I was on the other side, so I couldn't yell out my window at him. And Sunday, we were doing like our like second to last walkthrough pretty much before like everyone started heading out. And I saw 2 of these at a booth and I was looking at them and I was like, one of them I thought could have been the variant that I wanted. And the other one I knew wasn't, but then I looked and it was like a Walmart sticker. And so John comes over and he's like, is that it there? And I'm like, nah, I think it's a Walmart variant. He's like, no, look below it. And sure enough, this motherfucker had it. This is the Game Boy with the Super Mario 2 Land Pac-Man.
You found it?
Yeah, did I not show you this on the show?
No, where was I gone? I might have left already.
You might have.
It's not the place that Celia got the Pokemon thing?
No. This was just some random fucko booth that I was just walking around and they had it. And actually I haven't opened it yet because it's in this little case, so I don't even know if it's complete. I'm going to hope it is. I guess we will find out right now. They had it listed for $225. I offered $200. We met at $210. And pending that everything is indeed in here, I will be a happy camper. There's our Game Boy. I see the instructions for the game. I almost don't even like. I guess I could look at the Game Boy, see if it's clean. Yeah, it's in good shape.
Nice.
No screen damage or anything. No batteries in it, so no corrosion.
Huge.
And there are the manuals. All right, so we have like the poster, the Game Boy manual, the Golden Coins manual. Oh, the little poster that came with it. So honestly, even if the game is not in here, like it doesn't really matter because I own a loose cartridge of the game. It's in here. I can hear it. I just don't know how the fuck to get it out. Maybe here? Yeah, there it is. So yeah, it is actually complete.
Damn.
I can't. I it's in a weird position, but you can see it in there. See it right there. But yeah, that's it. But yeah, very clean, and with all the manuals, that's actually pretty impressive.
That is.
This
pretty
is what
cool.
I got for a good report card when I was a kid.
Damn.
Except it was $60 then.
Shit.
Okay, I have all the things I got from.
All right, take it away, Celia.
Okay, so first I bought a little Bidoof
lit
figure. I've been collecting little Bidoofs for years, so I have a lot of them. I call it Bidoof Rescue, and I pick them up in the little wild, and I think it's cute. The next thing I got was this Pikachu Walkman.
So lit.
And you almost didn't get it.
I almost didn't get it, and then see, he's sleeping right now. I almost didn't get him, and then Sean was like, because I was like, "Oh, would you do $20?" Because I wanted to haggle, and the guy was like, "No." And then Sean's like, "I'll spot you the $10," and I was like, "Sean, I have the $10. I just don't want to pay the $30." But anyways, I bought it. Then the next thing I got.
Well, because go tell them why you bought it.
Oh yeah,
it's expensive.
Oh yeah, no, it's like the shittier ones, like the scratched up ones, are like $50 on eBay, and then like the ones that are like this quality are like $70. So I was like, okay, like I'll pick it up. It's fine. So then,
yes,
I started playing this, Sean.
Did you?
Yeah, I promised Ryan I would play all of it.
I gotta grab
one
of
the
the
things.
things.
Hannah Montana. So fun fact: Ryan has 100 of these, and we're going to flood the market. We looked it up on price charts, and like opened complete is like $5.67. But I dropped something. Sealed, it is like $3.81. So it's like $2 less if it's completely sealed. And we kept on making jokes that Josie was joking this too, that we were going to get it graded and then open it because then it would get more value. And we thought that was funny. Then the next thing I got were Pokemon cards. My friend Dom actually gave me these. And that was really sweet of him. So that's going on my desk. And because I have a first edition Dark Raticate also, and I think that's really cool. So maybe I'll start collecting Raticates because they're one of my favorite Pokemon. And then I got this really cool shirt.
Oh my god, I left mine in your room.
Oh, then it might be in my suitcase still.
Okay.
If I grabbed it for you, I don't remember. But I have mine because I'm a very good friend.
Okay.
And, and it's a pretty cool shirt. It's a small Gildan. Pretty cool. And those are my pickups.
Hulk Hogan coloring book from the same booth that she got her Pokey Walker from.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. Wow. Thanks, Josie. You made a big deal. I want a shirt. I
actually
bring it.
A shirt.
And then you don't even.
I might have taken it with me. Like I think I packed it. And if so, then we'll hang out and then we'll get
exactly. I was half asleep when you gave me that. I also forgot. I got these. They're like Disney cards for the Disney 100. I don't really know exactly what they're doing, but it was kind of cool. And John, for all of his faults, also gave me a ROG Ally. So I do have this now, which is pretty sick. And I've been messing around on it.
He gave me a controller as well.
John didn't give me shit. What the fuck?
You should have gotten a Switch too from John. That's
I told you to make him buy you a Switch too, and
I'm not gonna make him buy me one. You have to peer pressure him because I
peer pressured him into the ROG. He was like, "We're gonna give away a ROG and a Steam Deck," and he was like, "Aren't they cool?" And I was like, "I don't know. I don't have either of them." And he was like, "You don't have one?" And then I was like, "I could if you want to give me one." And then he was like,
"Well, to be fair, he didn't pay for that ROG." Because I have a few ROGs because they send us to them.
You've just been sent, yeah.
Yeah. So
Wait,
I
Sean, can I have a ROG?
I'm not shipping it.
Rude.
You get it next year. I'll give you the better one because I like the better one, but all my shit is already loaded on the older one. But yeah. So I don't really use the other one. But yeah, we gave away a ROG, we gave away a Game Boy Advance SP, a GameCube.
It was cool.
Multiple Hannah Montanas.
Multiple of these bad boys.
I don't understand why he has so many.
He said he was gonna do a video, right?
A video, sure.
Did he not ever do the video?
No, he didn't. He sent me a photo of it, like the bookcase full of them, and I decided to not ask for context, and I was like, "That's real cool," and like changed the subject. And he's like, "I'm almost offended that you didn't ask why I have all these," and I think it's funny.
I didn't know that he didn't drink.
I also didn't know that.
Yeah, he's not a drinker, which I guess I could have picked up on, but yeah, not a drinker.
Somehow he was still the only person who really understood Mario Kart.
Because he's not a drinker.
It's a drinking game. It's Mario Kart.
We also got a picture with AVGN. I enjoyed that. It's kind of so we get the picture with him, and Celia's hanging out with us, and then he fucking, "Hey Celia, what's going on?" Talks to her for like 5 minutes. And I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, we're homies.
Evidently.
I guess so, yeah. No, he was really nice. I didn't expect him to remember me, like, from before.
Damn.
Yeah. We got nothing. That's fine. I just wanted my picture. And then...
Well, did you say hi? Did you tell him who you were? Did you say, I was in a cameo in one of your videos a long time ago?
No, you were in an AVGN video?
Yeah.
Sean was.
Yeah. Just like a 2-second cameo.
What'd you do?
They did the Aladdin deck enhance. I did not kiss him. They did the Aladdin deck enhancer video, and like the joke was that like it could make your games go on fire or something. So I had to act like a NES game was on fire.
Oh.
Thinkers Movers was there. Cool meeting y'all. The Hannah Montana giveaway was crazy. Did you win one?
We signed like half of them, or more than half.
Yeah. I mean, do you think they're worth $6 now that they're signed?
Maybe 2.
Maybe 2. Oh, I also got a free Switch 2 grip from Wood.
Oh, the Satisfy.
Yeah. I also got that too.
I got a Satisfy grip too, not from Wood, but from the guy.
I guess mine got lost in the fucking mail.
I
didn't get shit.
But
I wanted one.
don't. Oh, you want one?
No, I wanted one of those too many games Switch 2 cases. I forgot to ask for it.
Oh yeah, those were kind of
cool.
Get it
next year.
What they need to do is, I need to tell them to be like, hey, fucking make one with my branding on it, with that in the card case. I like those card cases. Those are cool.
Mm-hmm.
I need to talk to Chris about that. And then the weirdest part, and there was a lot of weird things that happened, but I would say by far the weirdest part was right after our panel, because we had an impromptu photo shoot. And this little man came up to us with a camera that was there at the convention. He's like, hey, don't leave yet. Can we do a little photo shoot with you guys? And we're like, yeah, okay, sure. It's for the convention. And he's like, all right, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a little mister here, and it's going to make a really cool effect, and we're going to take some pictures. He's like, okay. And he's got a lady with him. And he's like, all right, so let's go ahead with the mist. And then, like, after he said that, it was insane. He's like, more mist, 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 like screaming at this girl. Get out of the shot! Get out of the shot! RGT! More mist on RGT! More mist on RGT! Get out of the shot! Get out! Like screaming at the top of his lungs at this girl. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now? It was the most bizarre thing. And then like he wanted like just like an isolated thing of me. And it's like he's like, gotta move around or do a pose or something. So I did a Sabu pose, which is this. Thinking that like I'm gonna be holding this for like 5 to 10 seconds, and it was like a minute, and I'm just like, he's like, more mist, more mist, more mist, just screaming. And then when he's done, he's like, all right, thank you guys so much. That was really good. Like,
that was his serious. We know people have like stage voices. That was his photographer work voice.
Yeah, he did a good job. That video is kind of cool. It's on Twitter.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah, it looked cool. Like you had to side the leads and stuff, and then he was like creeping around when we were doing the signing and stuff too. I'm like, please don't mist me here.
Yeah, he was. You just get in the middle there.
It was smoking, not misting.
It was.
Yeah, it was like a smoke effect. Yeah, but it was, bro. It was the most like crazy, like just fucking off. It was cool. Thing. It was really funny. I will say that my favorite person that I met there was this guy. He was there with like his 2 daughters, and he was waiting in the signing line, and it got up to him. And he just walks straight up to me and he goes, I don't really know the rest of these people. I'm a simple man. Just want a picture. I'm like, okay. So we took a picture. He's like, thank you. And he just left. And I was like, oh, that was great. Like, this dude's the man. Like, he looked like, he kind of looked like Tom Hanks in Forrest Gump at the end of the long run. Like, he had like a long hair, a long beard, like a scruffy beard and a hat. And that was it. It was like 5 seconds.
He knew what he wanted.
He knew what he wanted. It was nice. Damn. But yeah, there was a lot of people. Yeah, that's all. It's fun. I enjoy it. It was cool. Different.
Same time next year, guys.
Yeah, we should have a Game and Talk panel.
We should. We'll tell them to do that.
No. One panel is all I'm doing.
We can have it after the Spawncast one.
No, that's a horrible.
Or before.
Idea.
Or before?
Or not at all. Because think about it. You're going to do the stupid show again. I'm trying to get you a co-host. Do you want a co-host?
For what? Sorry, I just dissociated.
For the indie show.
Oh, I don't really care. That'd be cool.
I'm working on potentially, if he wants to do it, a British man. MVG. Jesus Christ.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That way I can make them pay for his flight and stuff. I'd be like, look, he's a big game developer. He'll probably do a panel. He'll want to do a signing with us. You know, people will want to see him because he's never been. And so I can make it work. Is it a big convention? Yeah, it's maybe the biggest independent one, I would say. I mean, I've never been to SoCal. I know SoCal is pretty big.
It was pretty big. I went. It was huge, but they didn't. It wasn't as much like on creators and stuff. Like there wasn't really like.
It's more like retro vendor focused.
Yeah, vendor focused, and there's some like voice actors, but like, pretty. Except they had like the GTA voice actors, which was like kind of crazy.
And they had Charles Martinet.
That's true. They're probably about the same size. That just the floor of SoCal Gaming Retro, I think, is bigger because it was just sprawling out there.
I feel like TMG has more of an emphasis on community with things.
Yes,
like the events and things that you do there also. Thanks, Spyro. But like, Wood was kidding. Was
sticking
around.
up on Game and Talk on the Nintendo pod.
It's a running joke.
Yeah, no, Wood was kidding around, and so I was bantering back.
And banter you did.
You did banter.
Yeah, I did banter.
I didn't watch it, to be honest.
I also
I did scare his co-host though. What's his co-host name? I never caught his name. The guy. Okay, you're all terrible people because
was the one in my video?
Yeah. What's his name?
Fried Biscuits.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
Oh, is that Fried Biscuits?
Yeah.
Yeah, he told me I scared him with my little.
Okay, let's paint the picture because this was insane. I'm shooting this video. Right? I'm making a video. The Spawncast is in it, and they don't know how to play. So I was like, improvise. We got to change scripts right now. We got to figure out a new group of people. So I have these other group of people in. They don't really know RGT at all, but we are shooting the whole thing in his room. So he was like, hey, it's chill. I'm going to go out, and he was going to go get drinks in like the lobby area. So we're shooting, and RGT just busts in the door. And what did you say? You were like, get on the floor or something.
I told everyone to get on the fucking ground.
Yeah, I was like, get on the fucking ground. And he's like yelling, like not just pretend yelling, actually yelling. And so like everybody's horrified. I'm scared. And then I was like, what the fuck happened? And then afterwards, he's like, oh, I'm just going to grab this thing for Celia. I'll see you later. Have fun. Good luck. He leaves. And everyone was like, what the hell? And I was like, I'm really sorry, guys. That's just RGT. My bad. And then I had to sit there, and this girl, this like PokeTuber who's very sweet, has no idea who he is. And she was like, that was scary. And I was like, I know, I'm so sorry. And it's like, you want more people? Like, you want us to get guests on this podcast. You want us to get women on the podcast. And here we are.
I have too many women on this podcast. What are you talking about?
It was horrifying.
So from my point of view,
genuinely.
So people are always like, to me, they're like, how are you friends with Sean? And Sean, to describe him, oh, Wood, hi, it's good to see you. Thanks for having me on your podcast.
Hi, Wooderson. Anyways,
thanks for joining us.
Thank God he came in at the time that we explained RGT's worst moment.
Okay, so yeah, people ask.
I told him about it.
Oh, people will ask about like, you know, like how Sean and I are very good friends. And it's kind of those things where like he's like does like unhinged shit, but it'll be like sandwiched with like him being an awesome friend. So it's just like awesome friend unhinged, awesome friend unhinged. It's like a little compliment, you know, like compliment sandwiches where you put the constructive criticism in the middle. Anyways, so like we had played Burial Kart, but I played with seltzers because I don't really ever drink beer. And like the thing is though, back when I was in college, we didn't have seltzers. So I was like, oh, well, I'll just chug that. It's fine. And so I did. And so my tummy got upset. And so when we were in the lobby, I mentioned to Sean being like, hey, like my stomach's feeling a little upset right now. I'm not feeling that great. And Sean's like, don't worry. Like I got you. I have antacids. Why don't I just grab it for you? And I was like, that's really sweet. I'll come with you. And so we like walked to the door and he's like, oh, you know, we have to be quiet. Like they're filming in there. And he like, before he opened it, he's like, shh. I'm going to scare him. And like in my head, I thought he was just going to go like, hey guys, you know, like just a real quick, like, you know, hi, hello. And then he just fucking kicks open the door and he's like, get on the floor. Like, and I'm like laughing because I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And the door closes in front of me. So I can't like try to stop the situation. I just hear Sean causing a ruckus. So I'm just kind of like standing there, like hoping Sean doesn't like stab anyone. I don't fucking know. Anyways, so after a couple moments, he comes out with the antacids and he's like, here you go. And I was like, oh, thank you. And he's like, you put your hand on my shoulder and you're like, don't worry, I take care of my people. And I'm like, thanks, Sean. And I'm like, I wonder what happened to everyone in there. So it was really funny. But I did find out what happened to you guys in there because Sean immediately after was like, oh, shit. I forgot my wallet. Hey, Celia, can you go get my wallet? And I'm like, I'm not fucking going in there. And he's like, they all hate me. You have to get my wallet.
We don't hate you. Scared the shit out of them.
I did.
And
pop
then I was
Sam,
like,
though.
a little bit of hate in there.
And then I was just like, hey guys, I'm really sorry. It's just how RGT is. And I have to apologize for you.
Oh, yeah, you have to like do that. Okay, but the thing is though, is when I opened up the door, you guys all fucking, or not you, Josie, but like the rest of them like turned their head with hate eyes. Like you could feel it.
Everybody was just fucking on edge because
I know,
I was super soft
and gentle, like, hi guys. It's not Sean, it's me.
You could tell those people that they've never been in a robbery or anything.
Okay, yeah, Sean. Most people have not been in a robbery.
And rob them in the moment. You know what I mean? You feel like you're safe in there playing Mario Kart, and you get fucking yelled at.
You're never safe around.
I know. Didn't you rob them? You were halfway there. They could have gotten the full experience.
They're early 20s. These kids today ain't got no money.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
That's true. Everybody's poor.
You could have been like, this is a robbery. Venmo me real quick. Actually, what if you're still here? That reminds me. I need to send you my Venmo. Yeah, you could have done that, Sean.
Yeah, it's okay.
I just, a little emotional scarring goes a long way.
Yeah, that's really sweet. But
Josie's boyfriend said it was funny. He enjoyed it. And that's what I just wanted to pop the boys, the fried biscuits or whatever. He told me I scared the shit out of him. I was like, sorry. They learned, Rax. They learned that they were in my room.
Yeah, well, they didn't.
They did know that they were in his room, but they didn't know who RGT really was. They've never fucking met you, and you like.
Clam knows me, kind of.
Yeah,
I feel like everyone knows Sean, kind of.
Some of their Twitch streamers though, mostly. So they just, it's not even like a YouTube thing.
Yeah, they learned, but you know what? Creating memories of too many games.
You are a story, a very unhinged story, but a story nonetheless.
Yeah.
That was a good time. And I'm glad that I could add to their experience in a positive and nurturing way. All right, folks. It was fun. We're going to head over to the after show.
Oh, we got a super chat.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Cons Fanboy 199. Josie, you're going to stream DK Bonanza. Yes, I will. I will be live.
There you go. We'll be live over on the after show. Maybe we'll tell some more stories because I'm sure there was more. Josie, anything you want to plug?
I didn't have a video out today because I got back from too many games and was exhausted and slept for 2 days. So I will have a video out Friday. So
dude,
thank you
guys
for
had
understanding.
Like wicked stomach issues since coming back.
Really?
Yeah.
That sucks.
I don't know. Must have been.
You get food poisoning from Arby's?
It must have been the 7.
I think it might have been.
No, perhaps.
No. I was fine after that.
Was it the mist? Did it get in your mouth?
You could have. You could have poisoned me.
You know what? Next year we should go live on the Game and Talk channel. That's what we should do.
Why? Because you could get some of the coin that I got?
Yeah.
I don't think so, pal. You go live on your phone. If you're a channel member, it'll be in the post section. Have you posted it, Josie?
Not yet. I will look out in the post section. If you're a member, you'll get it.
Celia, anything you want to plug?
Yeah, I was about to call you out and pretend to be you and be like, "Hey, Celia, is there anything you want to talk about?" Wishlist Meet of the Hollower. That would be real cool on Steam. Pocket Dungeon. We announced that we're doing a live, online test of the versus mode in the game. We discounted the game for 75% off, so it's only $5 on Steam, and it's really, really fun. So go check that out. And lastly, the stream I think I'll do tomorrow. So I'll be streaming on Game and Talk probably around maybe 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And if I don't, then I'll do it Sunday. But I think I'm just going to do it tomorrow. And then lastly, I don't remember if I said it or not, but a big thank you again to Wood for having me on the Nintendo podcast and giving me the Satisfy grip. I'm going to keep that in the office because we do have a Switch 2 there, just not at home here because I don't have one.
Hopefully,
and that's it.
Find a way to your home. We'll be live tomorrow with Analog Allies. It'll actually segue into my birthday. I don't know if I'm going to do a birthday stream tomorrow night before that, or maybe. I guess it doesn't matter. I mean, the Analog Allies can be my birthday celebration, and then maybe I'll do something after I go to my grandma's for lunch. All right, goodbye. We'll see you on the after show.
Bye. Thanks for 7K. We just hit 7K.